Hello, I'm CodePal. For today's video, I will be talking about conditional and logical statements. These statements allow for you to create a logic for your program. For today's video, the first thing I'm going to do is open VS Code, and then I'm going to follow that with creating a file. So to do that, I'm going to head on to terminal, then call on code, and I'll open code for me, which is the text editing software of my choice. After I do that, I want to create an empty file that I want to name logic.py. So I'm going to use this module called touch, which is inbuilt in Python, and I'm going to type in touch logic.py, and this will open a empty file for me. So once my Python file opens up, I'm going to start coding as well as writing my nodes, which from my previous video you'll recall that they're extremely important. So for today's video, I'm going to start with creating a very basic if statement program, and then I'm going to develop that further. So for this particular file, I want to find out whether an individual is an adult or not. So that would be if they're over the age of 18 or 18. So programs like these can be extremely useful because I can change that to something else. I can, use the same program to find out whether a person is a senior or not. And maybe, develop the program further and maybe find out, is this person a teen as well as an adult, or they are an adult but they are not a teen. Now when I write my code, I'm going to create a variable called age, and I will set that equal to 16. When I write my logic, I will write that if the age of an individual is greater than or equal to 18, I'm going to end that with a colon. And this is exactly what I wrote in my notes. If the individual is older than, which is with the greater sign, or equal, which would be with the equal sign, and then 18 would be the numeric value, then I'm going to print the person is an adult. This would be the case if the individual is greater than or equal to. What would happen in any other case? So else, and then I'm going to add a colon after that, and for that case I'm going to print this person is not an adult. Now I'm going to head to the terminal window and call my path. So my path would be Python 3 and then the name of my file, which is logic.py. When I run it, I get this person is not an adult. This is true because the age that I had set is 16, which is less than 18. So far in my program, I am the one who's inputting the age. So instead of writing the age in the code directly, let's ask the user to provide the age. How would I do that? So I will set the age equal to input, and then I'll ask my question, what is your age? So this will give the user the opportunity to answer that, and they can put in whatever age they want to put in. Now I'm going to head to terminal, run my file, and let's see what happens. When I run my file, it's going to ask me what is your age, and I will put in a value. I'll put in 18, and I'm going to press enter, and I get an error. Can you think of a reason why I'm getting this error? So this is happening because I'm comparing a word to a number, and I need to correct this in Python. I'm going to correct this by adding int in front of input. What this will do is that whenever the user gets asked what is your age, and whenever they put in a value of 18, which is actually a string that they're inputting in, that will actually get converted into a numerical value, 18, and get stored in my variable age. So if I do this, and now I head on to terminal, I run this, I shouldn't get an error. And let's see if that's the case. See, this person is an adult, so I do not get an error. Now I'm going to make my program more specific. So what if I wanted to explore other types of classification? What if I wanted to find out whether an individual is a senior or not? Let's say I wanted to find out whether an adult is a senior as well. So a person is considered a senior when they are aged 60 or over 60. So for my logic, if the age is more than or equal to 60, colon, I'm going to print that that individual is a senior. But at the same time, if they do not classify for that, I can check whether they might just simply be an adult. So I would put else if age is greater than or equal to 18, colon, this would print that this individual is an adult. A person can be an adult as well as a senior or simply an adult. What if both of these conditions do not get met? Then I would print that the person is a kid. Now I'm going to head on to terminal and run this program. So what is your age? And I'm going to put in 60 and let's see what happens. So my program runs exactly the way I want. This person is an adult as well as they're a senior. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's say I wanted to test for another age. How about let me try for aged 22. I'm going to rerun my file and see what happens. 22, this person is an adult and this person is an adult. And let's say I wanted to try for another age. I wanted to try for someone who's not an adult. So 5, this person is not an adult and this person is a kid. So my program is running exactly the way I want it to. As I make my program more complex and complex, I can add further classifications. So let's say if I wanted to find out whether an adult is also 18, how would I go about doing that? So what I would first do is I would go to the section where I defined an adult, which is a person aged greater than or 18. Then I'm going to say that if a person is greater than 19, then they are an adult, but they are not 18. If you take note here, first I wrote greater than or equal to, but I've changed that to just greater than. So this is important from other places where I was doing greater than and equal to. So I'm saying that if a person is aged greater than 19, I'm going to classify them an adult, but not 18. And the other case here would be if the person is aged 18 or they're aged 19. In that case, I don't really have to define because those are the only two that would be left. I would print this person as an adult and 18. I'm going to quickly finish commenting out my code, and after that I'm going to head on to terminal and we will see the application of these changes that I've made. So when I head on to terminal and I'm going to run my file, what is your age? Let's put 18. And my result is that this person is an adult and this person is an adult and 18. So this is the correct answer that I should be getting. I'll try for another age, 20. And in this case, I'm an adult, but this person is an adult, but not 18, which is again the correct interpretation. So I want you to practice this further, maybe with a different example on your own, because practice is really key for you to become a better coder, especially in Python. So this was my basic introduction to logic in Python. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you subscribe, comment, and share this video. This is CodePal, and now I will be signing out.